Gather round, listeners, I hope you're feeling great. Today's episode is number 8. We talk some shit and we spit some facts. I hope you get a kick out of me spitting these raps. And yo, I know we go off on tangents a lot, but the story can get boring when you only stick to the plot. So we keep you informed and we try to entertain. We appreciate all the subscribers we've obtained. So we said it before and we'll say it again. Opposite shout out to our homeboy Glenn. Now we're 2 months in and we plan to stick around, and we're still working on upgrading our sound and upgrading our set. We have goals we want to reach and no, we ain't there yet, but we take it in stride, try to improve each week. And we ain't seeing any mountains cause we ain't got no peak. And we'll be right here every week of the year, me and Dave on the couch and Osama in his chair. So come kick it with us and see what we about. Don't become another statistic of the opposite shout out. Just playing. All right, listeners, welcome back. We are on Kiona in Case I'm podcast, episode 8. Mm-hmm. This would mark our 8th week, clearly, which I'm thinking was like 2 months. So I just was thinking it in terms of 4-week segments. Yeah. Anyway,
we're killing.
Yeah.
8 straight.
So, welcome back. If you are a new listener, thank you for joining us today, and hopefully we can retain your viewership as the goal.
Super professional. Hopefully we can retain your viewership.
It's like when you're writing an email to your CEO. You know, if you ever have to do that.
You're the CEO. They should be writing letters to you.
That's what I'm saying. Write letters to me. If you if you are a returning viewer. Welcome back. So,
who's writing cursive?
While this podcast is starting fast. Yeah. Alright.
Week 8 like a motherfucker. Man, you know, if you give some of these kids out there these days a fucking letter in cursive, they would look at you like you wrote it like just gibberish.
It's really messed up.
So I train, younger kids that are between 15 and 17, and I write in cursive, and another one of our employees write in cursive, and they have no idea how to read it. And I was like, how do you, you guys weren't taught this? And they're like, well, no.
Literally, 23 out of the 26 letters all look the same. In cursive, as they, you can tell what they are.
Do you know that for a fact?
Besides a Z.
Did you just run through your head, the letters in your head,
I've thought about it.
I just did
no, it's true. Majority of them do.
Z is the only one that's what the
that's the only one that stands out, right?
That's a weird line.
So what the fuck are you confused
about?
The
Rudo?
Those look like R's to me.
He was like
Rudo, yeah.
So I hate all of you. And that's the fucked up thing. These motherfuckers were learning this in 3rd grade in Billy Madison, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so why are there 16, 17, 18-year-old kids at this point who know nothing about it?
Yeah.
Given, look, I understand Billy Madison was 96.
And it's a movie.
But everybody before these kids.
No, I mean, shit, we all learned cursive. I wrote in cursive for a very long time.
I believe I was writing cursive, 1st grade. I was, my parents,
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually seemed like something I wanted to know how to do.
Parents taught me pretty early on. Yeah.
You wanted to learn how to do cursive because, it was man, that looks dope.
Exactly.
It's quicker.
So
it's quicker to write.
My thing was, I always loved my father's signature. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. That's just crazy. There's this big drawn out thing and
fucking calligraphy and shit.
Yeah, just crosses and swoops and loops and it's amazing. I don't know how to write like that.
My signature to this day is still really shit. It's just an A with a circle around it. I don't even know why there's a circle. And then it's squiggly lines.
It's like an app pound and shit.
Mine has gotten
before it was famous.
Mine has progressively gotten worse. Not worse, more shorthand. Cursive? It was before my whole government. Then it was just okay, let's try to just do a few letters a word, And then it was just okay, let's do the first initial, right. And then kind of a last name. And now, man, to be honest, it's like scribble.
That's the thing. You get my initials. I make sure I give you A, K, and sometimes H. never anything in between.
Right.
It's literally just.
I think you got that from Pops, the way our dad is. My dad's signature is mad basic, but it's just man, it's consistent as hell. If he wrote it 1,000 times, it was 1,000.
I'm pretty sure I stole his A. To be honest with you, it's like an A comes out.
But yeah, it's crazy that these kids are taught. You know, I guess are they taught penmanship? No.
Literally, I tell you what, they probably from like first, second, and third grade still do that thing where you like trace over the dotted lines or whatever. But I don't think they don't. Penmanship to me is cursive.
On that. Yeah.
Penmanship to me is cursive.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, even though it's technically, technically is both. It's not only cursive, but I get what you're saying. It's not hard to write regular.
But on top of that, why is it called penmanship? What about if you're using a pencil? Is it then pencilship? Just saying.
That's some Seinfeld shit.
You gotta get a
What's the
soundboard.
deal?
Ever watch it out of nowhere? It's like Zach. Shout out to Zach.
Opposite shout out to Glenn.
Opposite shout out to
Glenn.
Opposite shout out to Glenn. Hold on, one more
This
time.
is definitely
One more
becoming-
time as a whole. 1, 2, 3.
Opposite
shout out to Glenn.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm sorry, it just has to be said.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Reiterate that.
Yeah.
Every time there's a shout out, you could just expect that. So.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But anyway.
Should we get into talking some actual shit?
Yeah, we might. Yeah.
Because we've been talking about like cursive for the last 10
It's
minutes.
interesting to the 10 people that actually care about writing in cursive anymore.
This is true. I mean, I feel like it's something that shouldn't be lost.
Yeah, right.
But that's what the movement is.
It's going to be lost.
I don't understand why. To me, I mean, if I had kids, which I don't plan on doing, I would definitely teach them how to write cursive if school wasn't going to do it.
No, I mean, I think you should know how to do it. I would get some sort of workbooks, even if they don't sell them. I'd try to find them on eBay or something like that, or Amazon.
Workbook if I had to, like, you just learn this. Like, yeah, we're in 2030. You still should know how to write a check.
You should.
Yeah. Nobody writes anymore. There's no such thing as pens anymore, Dan.
You just look and then the letters are on the paper.
Wait,
now.
so how do I type?
Type? What's type?
How do I text it in?
Oh man.
I gotta make words appear somehow, right?
You just gotta think them, and then they just.
So I write. Is that what you're saying?
What?
Let's get into some topics, man.
All right,
or something.
Let's get some order of some sort. That was fun, but
That was fun.
you might also notice I want to apologize because I think I said for like 2 weeks that there was going to be microphones here by now. I still didn't get those, as you can see. But maybe the picture is better. I don't know, take what you can get.
Give us some kind of, credit.
We're trying. We're trying to have, what is it, August 24th now, right?
Yeah.
So let's say sometime in the next 2 weeks, we're trying to like
Hopefully so. Yeah.
present something to you. Any change that you notice, just pay attention. It'll be something. So
A little swanky set.
Yeah, sure.
Swanky.
I mean, it depends where you're from.
What's your definition of swanky? Really, is what it comes down to.
What is
might mean
swank,
something
really?
different. You know?
Yes.
All right. Well, so let's see. You guys want to start with some kind of rap? I think most of what we have is rap, honestly.
All right.
So let's just start with the music business in general. I want to send a couple shout outs and whatnot.
Wait, pause. You didn't get into how the weeks were. Did you want to get into that at all? Or do you want to avoid that?
You really have to do that.
No, I'm just saying I
I
didn't know
think
if
it's be shit that comes up more.
that's fine. I didn't know if you wanted to avoid that or kind of skip that set. So I just didn't know
Yeah, for sure.
smoked them. Anyway, alright, so we can get back to it. So let's start before you said you
Let's definitely get to some shout outs.
Yeah.
So I'll just start from there.
Okay.
Pick up. And come down on NBA Jam.
And hold on, NBA Live.
Yeah, live.
So if you want to just get a roll your eyes. Cool. That's cool, bro. That's cool, bro. Whatever though.
Hey, listen, NBA Jam and NBA Live were both my shit.
Anyway, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So I mean, we could talk about for instance, Aretha Franklin passed away this
Yes.
week. So rest in peace to her. Big loss for any musical genre you're on.
Soul
to be honest with you.
Queen.
Yes.
I mean, just in general, what was she, like 68, 69, I think, when she passed?
Oh man, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to guess
I'm
because I
not-
don't want to butcher that. But
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
what was the cause? I mean, was it just old age or?
I mean, honestly, I don't really know. I just know she was in hospice for like the last week of her life.
Okay.
Which is at home, hospice at home.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
pretty sure it was cancer. I'm just not sure what kind.
It might have been. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Fuck cancer. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Then just two other real things that, real quick. There was 2 birthdays that I would like to just shout out people for. Kobe was yesterday's Friday. Well, yesterday was Thursday the 23rd, right?
Yeah.
So, shout out Kobe. Shout out Dave Chappelle and Vince McMahon. Their birthdays are both today. Listen, I grew up loving wrestling.
Yeah, Vince McMahon is something else, man.
I wonder if Dave Chappelle likes wrestling.
Interesting.
You say what?
I wonder if Dave Chappelle likes wrestling.
I would assume he does.
Really?
Yeah,
At least he did. Maybe,
because he's of that age, I believe, where
he's 45 today.
Okay, so yeah, I think he's of that age where, because we grew up, Attitude Era was what we liked.
Yeah.
But
I think everything, like, at the end of Attitude Era and before, that shit, people fucked with a lot. Like,
WCW days, yeah, like in the 80s and like early 90s, it was like, I'm assuming that Dave Chappelle got into wrestling to some extent. I don't know when he stopped. For me, I stopped like freshman, sophomore year of high school. Like that was kind of like when I was done with it.
Just basically like when Stone Cold left.
Yeah, he left and he took my heart with it. I was like, all right, I don't care about this.
Yeah, I feel like that was the last wrestler I really watched for.
Yeah.
Well, Undertaker and Kane were always my favorite.
Yo, Kane just got elected.
He's a governor, right?
Governor or mayor?
That's very true.
I think he's a governor.
Governor of what, Tennessee?
Yeah, some shit.
What the fuck? He came out to his music from wrestling.
No, he did.
I swear to God.
No. Dude, after he took his mask off, he lost all his mystique too. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it wasn't that fun anymore.
I'm saying.
I was like, this is just a big bald head white guy.
I can't even entertain that. Like, yeah.
To be honest with you, that's all I saw.
Yo, you remember back in the day when we used to go? Dad, we used to get tickets once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be like at Allstate. And
they
it
were like
wouldn't
untelevised.
Untelevised. Now Allstate gets like SmackDown, Raw, like
yeah.
they've had like, haven't they had WrestleMania?
I don't know, maybe.
They've had some sort of big pay-per-view. They used to have that shit back, dude.
They used to have like, I think SummerSlam, like other shit like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It used to be untelevised. Everything that came really to Chicago, unless it was at a larger venue, it seemed.
Which I didn't understand.
Meaning,
Chicago's a big hub. I mean, why would not?
But it was weird. But I just brought that up because I thought about that. Like, man, that's fucked up. We could have tried to we could have been on somewhere there were like actual televised events.
Which honestly, I didn't mind that they weren't because we were still able to get closer seats.
Like, it was really no hell yeah.
It
but it was just weird that they performed, but not for television.
I agree.
You know,
because it was actually a sport still.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Because right now, like everything.
Well, plus it was for the fandom too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, but I've noticed that like it's more and more. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
Commercialized.
No, it was pretty commercialized back then.
I mean, yeah.
But now, I mean, it's just it happens more often than it used to back in the day. So you might get like 2 or 3. I think when you're driving past Allstate, you'll see a whole bunch of like 2 or 3 times a year. You'll see a WWE.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the word W.
Me too.
I miss the WWF.
Stupid World Wildlife Foundation. Well, opposite shout out to you just for that.
Yeah,
just for that alone.
That took that took it away from it for me too. I was like, you're not. That's not. Yeah. That's not that.
Right.
You know.
Exactly.
I think now it's just a lot of gimmicks. I mean, you see Ronda Rousey is now a WWE competitor.
She actually won a belt.
Well, once
you
know that
women's championship belt, I think.
Once you know wrestling is fake, who cares?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, now like literally she's left
it's
an
like,
actual sport.
It's like Santa Claus.
Not that it's not sport because it takes a lot of
athleticism and acrobatic.
But at the same time, it's not like it's staged.
Super staged. But if I were her, I would enjoy it more than I did. I mean, dude, she ain't getting her ass beat like that. I mean, I'm sure she's going home sore. Yeah. But she's not. But she's not getting her ass beat like every 6 months. She's like training to get like fucking not roughed up every 6 months.
She wasn't gonna jump in there unless Vince McMahon made it where she was gonna be like a successful wrestler.
Yeah, they weren't bringing her in to not be though.
Yeah, she didn't go there for that. For anything else.
They brought her in because of the fact that she's so highly regarded, like by
Definitely.
she's a woman's role model for sure.
Yeah.
Right. So it brings a different demographic or a younger demographic of women to the sport again.
It just takes some of the eyes off the UFC and brings them to WWE in general.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I think if I were her, I'd prefer this for sure.
Yeah.
I think you're traveling a lot, but she seems to be okay with that, and she just seems to enjoy this facade that they put on, like this this act that they put on wrestling.
Right.
Did you see her makeup?
The theater.
She was crazy. Yo, it looked like I don't even know. I can't even compare the shit. It just looked fucking nuts, like some '80s androgynous shit.
This is true. She actually has some moments where she looks really good.
Yeah, that Sports Illustrated shit she did back in the day.
We all know that.
Yeah. Anyway.
What a segue from Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
absolutely. Though.
Happy birthday to them.
Was that why we brought it up?
Let's double back to Aretha real fast.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's real fast because this probably could end up being a long conversation. I don't know. If you're a fan of Madonna out there and you watched the VMAs this week,
Oh my god.
are you still a fan of Madonna right now? I mean,
No, of course, those
I'm sure
people are, dude.
Yeah, Madonna.
There's people that are still fans of R. Kelly, and we know what the fuck that dude's been doing.
Somebody's
He's admitting it.
I was like, I can't believe that people still like R. Kelly, and they're like, just old ass women with the draws.
Yeah,
And I was like,
it's just old ass women that
It's
really
true.
don't even pay attention to social media, right? So they don't even really know what's happening, right? They just know that they went to go see Robert Kelly,
Exactly.
sing "My Mind's Telling Me No."
Well,
Madonna made the 20-minute song.
Oh yeah.
Almost admitted.
Yeah, no, not almost, for sure. Exactly admitting. Like, I didn't listen to it because I'm just like, all right, I don't want to hear what he's admitting to. We've watched the saga for like the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But it's weird. So there's obviously people that are going to be fucking still fans of Madonna. They'll be like, oh, she was just... They'll come up with some stupid excuse. And because I'm not a fan of Madonna, I can't come up with that excuse.
Honestly, I mean, you just shouldn't try to take situations like that and flip them into your issue. Like, VMAs.
Did you watch it at all? Or did you see any clips?
I think while they were on, our parents were watching them, I think. And I don't know if, I think I saw, the beginning part of that popping on, and I was just not interested, to be honest with you, because I was like, why is Madonna doing a tribute in the first place?
Yo.
And then earlier, we were trying to look for clips, but they gave us the first 3 to 10 seconds.
I heard 30 seconds of it and was like, all right, I'm done with this. This is dumb. This is dumb. But I knew it was dumb before I even turned it on.
Exactly.
I don't really watch a lot of these award shows to begin with.
Yeah, I haven't recently in the past few years.
Yes, they've lost any kind of allure.
It's very boring.
Very dry as fuck.
Yeah, and people don't hit their marks.
And also think about the only thing that gets played off of is whatever social thing is happening at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's piggybacked off of that, and then they try to gear it towards whatever demographic they feel will appeal to them. Or
I feel like in certain cases you have these older people that are still controlling these ceremonies
easily.
So
They're
really
guys that are
going
getting
for those,
fresh young blood.
Yeah, right.
Pumped
Exactly.
so they're never gonna die. They're just sitting there, just no, we don't want we don't want browns, we don't want blacks, we don't want none of them.
Right.
Just keep pumping this young white male blood into me.
It goes from fucking 98 to fucking 30.
What the fuck?
Virile as shit. Yeah.
Oh man, fucking turning the Benjamin Button.
Wow. Yeah, man.
Then they live another 50 years. That's why white people dominate everything, because they just the ones that are up there, they just never die.
Yeah.
They're in a fucking vacuum sealed, clean place in the sky.
Like Han Solo in Star Wars and shit.
It's the main
You
thing
lost
that leads
me now.
credence.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I know that, but I'm saying, well, so
I knew that already.
I was like, whoa, wait, what?
it's not going
I was like, the record skipped. Let the record
This is what will lead credence to this whole Illuminati idea to me. Is all these old ass white men who've been in charge forever, and they're in their fucking late 90s, and they're still going strong. Why?
They've been 90
All of
for
them?
90 years.
All of them? Congress has been the same people for 200 years.
Oh, man.
That's true. What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't like that shit. But
That's the shit I don't like.
No, not at all.
Old ass.
Fuck that shit. Opposite of shout out to that shit and Glenn.
Yeah. Opposite of shout out to old ass fucking Republicans and Democrats and all the politicians and whatnot.
Like the old ass
as
ones.
well as
And we'll group Glenn in with them.
Every fucking time.
Can I get one too though? Can I get one too? Yeah, can I get one? Okay, I mean, opposite.
all those perverted ass fucking politicians, and you know what? Fuck Glenn too.
You know what? Let me just say this real quick though. Fuck Glenn too though. Opposite of shot. Actually, maybe not fuck Glenn, but opposite of shot.
You know what? Until Glenn fucks with us, fuck Glenn. I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're all kind of.
You know I love you, man, but
he knows we're not serious.
No,
even though we're serious.
He might know we're serious.
He knows.
We're serious.
He knows.
Opposite shout out to you.
Yeah, he knows.
Just group him in with the murderers.
Fucking sadistic serial killers. Fuck you and Glenn too. So,
oh shit.
So back to Madonna for just a quick second, because I don't really know much about the actual happening. Did you hear it, the whole thing?
Not the whole thing.
So I've heard just a snippet.
Just snap.
Right, and it was very self-absorbed. It started off like.
Well, so she just said I the whole time. She's talking about her journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she started off like Aretha affected my life very much.
There you go.
And then she went to like back when I was living in the 3rd floor of some crack house and I got robbed and I was getting denied because I didn't fit in. What was the word she said?
Verbatim.
What was the word she said? What did you say?
That's a quote Madonna right now.
That is not verbatim.
It's close enough.
It's not a direct quote.
It's close enough. It's close enough. No, what she said, she was like, what was the word she used when she was like, she didn't fit in? She was
Oh yeah, what was it? Because like she should have
she
said
didn't
that.
blend in very well.
No, she said that she didn't.
Wasn't blended enough. Wasn't blended enough, or something like that. Like either way, it was real dumb and stupid of her to say.
Yeah. Different.
So basically, was she saying she was too white when she grew up?
No, she was like,
she was just saying that she's like abstract and like. She was
just weird, essentially. What she's
from what I'm taking from that is that like Aretha gave her this like
empowerment.
Yeah.
I mean, Madonna's old as shit too. She's like what, 60 something?
Well, because I mean Aretha made respect, so it's like
Yeah. I'm sure they grew up like.
And she was a black woman
doing that shit at the same time.
at that time.
Right. No, that's the relevance of that. It cannot go past.
I don't see how that affects Madonna.
No.
I don't want to like.
You were a
discredit.
white woman at that time.
No. So I don't want to like discredit any woman. You know.
No.
Like,
but we'll discredit Madonna because what the fuck was that?
She should have been like.
That was the worst.
You could have been more on the ball. Yeah.
She was like, even been a crack baby at that time. If you did crack,
she looked slightly drunk or drugged.
She looked like she just drank some Kool-Aid
or some shit
and came out there and was just like,
and
I'm Madonna.
She had like the African bracelets on and shit.
Fucking like cross hanging between her eyes.
Like the
and
black,
shit.
red.
Like my really big question.
Fucking
is,
weirdo.
The VMAs. Why did MTV choose her?
Yes.
Is there not a million better?
What'd you say?
So the last. I think it was Michael Jackson, Prince, and there was one other African American performer who passed away, and she was a tribute to them. But I'm not sure if she did the same thing where it's like a self-absorbed speech or whatever. But yeah, like why would MTV reach out to her?
I think this is the first time
Sam had a good idea about that though.
So I think this is the first time. Firstly, just to kind of say, I think it's the first time that because if she's done it before, we've never heard any flack from her. So this is the first time, right? So this is that's like
maybe she's getting older then.
That's important. That's important to think though because she's not as relevant. So this was a way
to bring her back.
A way to be. Somewhat she's
trending.
Kanye's
gonna produce a
new
she's
album.
Trending again.
It was her rebranding.
She's trending. You look on your Facebook.
New album dropping tomorrow. Produced by Kanye.
Something's coming out. She has some big ass fake cone titties on.
Featuring Donald Trump.
You know, but no. So, what I was saying is because of the thought of like the fact that think about what we were saying. We don't really watch award shows like that, right? So there's not much appeal to them. Jay-Z and Beyonce had like. Probably one of the dopest videos. They didn't win, but they didn't go. They don't want to go to that shit. Fucking, they got better things to do. So,
they're an exception to the rule.
They're on tour, but there's a lot of people that don't go. They don't fuck with it. Like, who cares?
True. Yeah.
Right? So,
more for the new
in the last few years, I feel like it's been less and less of a. I think I just read something. They had the worst rating they ever had this year.
I believe that.
So, that being said, maybe Madonna's the only person that they can get to do these things because maybe they want a prominent black artist to go up there and do it, but they also can't get one because they are like, nah, fuck y'all. Like,
right.
That what's it called on Joe Budden podcast? He called it the Culture Appropriation Awards or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy shit.
But yeah.
But at the same time,
that shit makes you think.
I don't know, man. I just think that Madonna they could choose somebody else. Somebody would do it.
Maybe not. Maybe she's the old, or maybe Madonna. Madonna used to be. She was MTV's girl, though, right?
Yeah,
she was a material girl,
but that's
in a material world.
So yeah, but like she was one of the video was huge on MTV though.
She was one of like
the video was huge on MTV when it came out.
Oh yeah, and she was but she was one of those big first artists that had these crazy videos, and you know, and she was very cone titties. You know what I'm saying?
She was very animated.
Very.
Nah, but yo, that's cone titties. Like,
she was very cone titties. How do you be very cone titties?
Yeah, you can't really be very cone.
You can be very cone titties. You take a picture and
you
look at. I guarantee we pulled a picture of Madonna up back in the day with cone titties, and you're like, damn, that's very cone titties.
I'm gonna say something real quick. That reminds me of the long short day shit. Just saying. So that's in like the same vein. I feel.
Listen, I won that one. So we can stop talking about it.
Okay. Yeah.
We're never gonna stop talking about it. To be honest with you.
Whatever.
It's
man.
just
that's
like
very
like counteractive. Like it's different, but it's not type thing.
Yeah, I just think with her,
you can't be cone.
She was one of like
done.
I say she was one of like 5 of the top artists when she first came out. You know,
yeah.
There wasn't it wasn't oversaturated like it is now.
Madonna's catalog back in the day was.
But what I'm saying is now. So back then it made sense for her. Back then it made sense for her to be MTV's It Girl. Now you have all these other people, and like to me, Video Music Awards are about new artists.
Agreed.
To me, so like this huge repertoire of new artists that we have, these people should be the main ones who are there. And yeah, of course, with a tribute like that, I don't think Madonna should be doing it. I don't think it should be a younger person either necessarily.
Yeah, but we just spoke about the white man getting young white male blood pumped into him.
I hear you.
So he's like, yo, Madonna, right? Because I wanted them cone titties, but I never got them back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they want Madonna. Madonna was their girl.
Yeah.
And this is all like obviously very
all speculation.
Extreme speculation. All speculation. This is not facts. Anyway,
this is not even an educated guess.
No.
It's just a guess.
No, this is only a guess.
It's like it's very, very. Take this with a grain of salt, and then also the whole salt shaker.
Yes.
Like
you might need it.
Yeah. But like this could be right. This could be true.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Well, Pizzagate is
lots
a
of
thing now.
Lots of things can be right.
Pizzagate is a thing now. So
hold that thought.
Yeah, well, because we don't want to get into that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but we're gonna talk about it.
I'm sorry I said that.
No, I don't know, man. I just think that if they could get somebody, they would get somebody. And if they wanted somebody else, they would get somebody else.
I don't think that's the case. I think Madonna was one of the first people they reached out to. And they were like, yo.
Every time?
You would read yeah. If the ratings were high when she did the other tributes, why would you get somebody else?
I don't know that the ratings were high.
I think they were.
Because the ratings have been increasingly dropping off every year.
That's a good point. Yeah, they have.
I don't know. I don't know.
So if anything, maybe they threw it and botched it like this to get the ratings because everyone's talking about it right now.
This is true.
So
I don't know.
I don't know.
In this day and age, I don't put anything past anybody on the stage.
Because we tried to find it, on YouTube, we couldn't. Maybe like MTV holds the rights to it, so you can only watch it on MTV. So you have to like stream it through them.
Yeah.
And they're just getting that.
Okay.
Viewership back. I don't know.
If I was MTV,
that's what I'm thinking.
They were like, look, Madonna.
If I was
you fucking do this stupid shit, you'll be a trending topic. We'll be a trending topic.
Blow this shit, and we're gonna sell your records in like a year or two, and just bring it back,
and that's
revamp it.
And that's not,
what I'm saying, reissue everything.
If I was MTV,
reissue all your albums, like LPs, like vinyls, like all of it. About to go crazy.
I still have a cone titties.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
If I was MTV and VMAs, right, this is how I would do it. You set up one of those like tribute videos to her, and have your host, the host of the show altogether, just say whatever.
Who's the host?
I don't know who the host.
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, I have no idea. Wow. What? Like was there a host?
That's how everything got lost. Over this Madonna thing. There's literally nothing else about the show that you really.
Why do I want to say
I'm
Tiffany
sure
Haddish?
there's a host.
Maybe because
Maybe
that
that's
sounds
last year.
maybe kind of right.
Actually, I
no,
heard something
she
about-
was with her and Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
came out at one
Which
point.
I also heard
They
wasn't
were
that
just
good.
announcing the awards.
I didn't watch it.
I heard their whole back and forth.
They
was
were
good.
just like, giving the awards out.
Yeah, I don't think
They were
I don't think she was hosting though.
No.
I don't know who was hosting, but I feel like there could have been a better person to do it. I just honestly really don't feel
That's
like.
kind of a redundant statement.
No,
Hold on.
no, I'm talking.
who was doing
Oh,
this?
no. I'm talking about. No. I'm talking about the Aretha tribute.
Yeah. Well,
So,
right.
but I'm just honestly, my personal opinion. If somebody else that wanted to, or MTV even wanted to look outside of Madonna's only Madonna, they would. I don't think that that's out there right now.
This is what tells me that they chose Madonna.
I also feel like award shows are going to become very passe eventually.
No, there's still a lot of people. All the new artists gonna want to in on it anyway. But so with Madonna, the reason why I say that they chose her with intent is you can go with anybody. There was no song or anything like that. It was literally just her giving a speech. So you have literally everybody from every Hollywood profession pretty much to choose from.
Well, then why have this be the third or fourth time she's done it?
Because MTV is deliberate in that.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I've been saying.
Well, then we're agreeing.
Well, great.
Next topic.
There we go. We're good.
All right, way to close that up.
So I was lost a little bit for there. I was like, wait, what's happening?
What the fuck is he saying?
Real fast too, as we're talking about people who have unfortunately passed this week. Robin Leach died today.
Yeah, I seen that today. Lifestyles of the rich
That's
and
crazy.
famous. That was a terrible.
He was 76.
impression, but-
That was really bad. Yeah,
Bad.
'cause it was just American, and he's not even American. That was.
I mean, I tried not to be American.
You just
So
sounded
basically,
American.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, what is he talking about? Real, I-Z.
What's
Fuck
with
is
the
he
hate?
talking about?
What is with the hate?
Just wondering what the hell you're talking about.
IZ again.
Excuse me. Yeah. Capital, all cap.
What the fuck?
All cap. Like MF do.
I was certainly just
Yeah.
trying to understand.
What?
I was definitely just trying to understand. Anyway, just want to make that a quick mention. So rest in peace.
Yeah,
Rest in peace to Robin Leach.
Yo, man, we're at that point now where a lot of the people we grew up watching are passing.
I was gonna say that.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Robin Williams, Chris Farley.
Well,
Chris
Robin
Farley-
Williams-
Chris Farley passed
That was
in
way
98 or so.
Yeah.
That was way over.
And Robin Williams could have lasted a lot more time. I just.
Man.
A lot of them can, but I maybe that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, the personal lives is something. I mean.
Man,
no
Bernie
sense.
Mac.
Yeah.
And that was a while ago, but still though.
Yeah.
Man, that still hurts.
Yeah, and it sucked because you've seen him get sick.
True.
You've seen him
Very
drain
true.
and fluctuate.
During the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He blew up. Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie Murphy.
No
went
offense to the
too
family.
soon.
No.
Tommy from Mars went too
If
soon.
you're watching.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's
Exactly.
but
Alright.
for sure. Just keep that in mind. It's no offense to you there.
Yeah.
Man,
John! I love that shit.
Charlie Murphy. He didn't have a long time in the spotlight. He was gone too quickly.
Yeah. he was I think he was in the Navy.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't even know.
He was in one of those branches, actually.
Yeah.
But he was only in his 50s when he died.
He was young.
That still sounds crazy because I feel like he was younger than that. I feel like the way that he carried himself.
He's Eddie's older brother.
Older brother. Yeah. And Eddie's old as fuck.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yo, Eddie, I think Eddie's is working on some new shit, and I think
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes is
It's
working
called
on some
Dolomite. Or well, they're remaking Dolomite.
shit. Man, I hope it's back to Eddie's.
It's supposed to be raunchy.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, we need that Eddie back.
Haven't had that in a long time.
It's him. Man, I wish I would have researched this. I'm not sure exactly who it is in the cast, but I want to say it's him, Wesley. There's one other person that's like a bigger name. That
Samuel
does.
Jackson.
I don't think it is.
Usually Samuel Jackson.
But usually. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Dolomite.
That's dope. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Have what was that? Harlem Nights Eddie back.
Yeah, right.
Yo,
Right.
speaking of,
Yes. Oh, that's the best scene.
Yeah.
That, or when he tells my man, he like locks him in the room or whatever, or in the safe, and he tells him like, you know, there's like no air in here, so you got to breathe real quiet. And he goes, like, no more than that. No more than that. So like he like closes the safe on him, and like the dude's just sitting there like, oh shit, like let me out of here, and he's just like. Like
real
just
short
like
wrestling.
right. He's just like facing like next, like all right, he's right.
Like there is
I'm
a
liking
very
this
limited.
bitch.
There is an extremely limited amount of air in here right now.
It's very airtight.
How
All right, well, let's start running through some of these things. You got a lot to talk about. We can't segue every topic.
We cannot.
Because we'll be here. I hope y'all ready to watch a 24-hour episode.
24 hours of us.
No, you should be.
I wouldn't watch that shit. I'd be like, yo, I'm done with myself.
Listen, I wouldn't watch that.
Yeah, like how do you watch 24 hours of anything? Like
That's a long fucking time.
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't watch it, but because we made it, I feel like they should watch it.
True.
You're a little,
In my opinion.
partial, but
Well, so
Very.
if I don't give my bias, if I don't give my biased opinion, it's not my real opinion. I don't know.
It's quite biased, yes.
But if I don't, it's not real.
all right, proceed, yo.
All right. So
All I do is keep it real.
we have Drake visiting a heart patient. How you?
Yeah,
Yo,
Cancel the concert for that.
You know what, man? Drake is he's a, unless it's a facade, man, that he keeps on 95% of his life. You know,
I just had to close it.
it's all good though.
like if that's like something he only keeps on like 95% of his life, and the other 5% is like an evil person that he is like regularly, and that's who he likes to be. Drake is a cool dude, man. Fuck it.
Honestly, I don't mind 5% evil. I feel like everybody.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like,
Drake's a really good guy.
if this isn't a genuine thing, he's doing a good job of disguising it. And like, to be honest, it doesn't seem like it's anything but a genuine.
He should change
thing
his rapper name to Genuine Drake.
Genuine Drake. No.
That's a terrible.
That sounds
idea.
like a bad beer.
Yeah.
Another Genuine Drake.
Genuine Drizzy.
No!
That's what. That's what we get. That's what happens, Dave. That's what happens when we give this motherfucker free reign to name shit.
True.
Glorified him.
They can glorify folks and shit. You might just revoke that.
Listen, let me tell you this
Well,
right
we
now.
might revoke that.
First of all, that's impossible.
Oh.
I can be the host if I want. I
That's
choose
just
that.
that's just 2-1 right now.
I'm just
saying.
gonna choose the title host now, and instead of I'm just gonna be the host.
He's just the host.
I'm just the host. Boom.
I'm good with
And
that.
plus, I don't want to hear shit about that, Mr. Long Short Week.
Yeah, but at
All
the
right,
same time,
okay. Let's not get into all that.
What was
Just say
it?
it.
What would you say? Genuine Drake?
Yes,
Genuine
Genuine Drake. Yes.
I said I'm not
That's
naming
his new
you.
rap.
I'm just saying,
Miller Genuine.
You know what I'm saying? Though?
and it would really work. MGD.
Anyway, shout out to Drake for doing that. That was really dope. Oh,
No, now I'm not shouting out Drake.
No,
You got.
the girl seemed.
I'm just shouting out fucking
Champagne popping.
She seemed really like excited about it. It's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. I think
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is
So and it was in Chicago. So special shout out.
For sure.
It sucks to be, canceled in Chicago though.
Did it
For
cancel a show in here? Like that's
Well,
what
if
it,
you-
I don't know.
or maybe he canceled a show elsewhere. You can't cancel a show in the city and then stay in the city
That's actually
for a
true.
little while longer. Just
You
like
can, I'm sure.
like you
Lauren Hill-
canceled the show, motherfucker. Yo.
You can't do that? As Lauren Hill, I bet you she'd tell you different.
Yeah, Drake. Yeah, Dave.
Alright, well, that's enough about Genuine Drizzy for now.
Yo!
Can stop talking about him.
That new beer.
Even though I'm still saying it's a good name for him.
Yeah,
but whatever.
No, it's not. You try.
He started. Okay, whatever. Let's not get back into it. See, so I don't really follow too much about Post Malone.
Oh, no.
He had some plane troubles recently.
Yeah, I think it was actually coming home or leaving from the VMAs.
Yeah. Well, he landed safely.
Yeah.
So
That was good.
That's
about
good.
that. Let's just skim over that topic. 'Cause
Good on to you,
I
sir.
don't really care too much about that.
Yes.
Let's see. There's a lot of random things popping up today. Kenneth Reed was arrested.
Yeah, that's what I that's what I read, but I haven't seen much more onto it. So before I read it, we look into more. We see more of that. I think we look more, and we see if there's any more headlines about it. But
just in general, if you're an NBA player, can you stop doing things to get arrested? I mean, don't fuck up a good thing.
You should not do that.
Yeah.
You should be in the gym like 95% of the time.
You should be more like the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just win.
Just fucking win.
All I do is win.
I just want to win.
Work out and train.
Hell yeah.
That's Derrick Rose speech, you know.
Run plays.
Practice. See, and then
Derrick.
Practice.
You got Kodak Black coming out of jail.
True. That happened.
So shout out to him. You know?
Yes,
he was real happy.
Seemed very excited.
I'm very excited.
Excited.
Which I mean, why would you not?
Excited.
You certainly should be excited to get out of jail.
Well,
but
yes.
prove to me that you're excited and don't end up back in there. You know?
Yeah, man. Don't go back.
Because
he was.
That's the word right there.
That's the word.
Yo,
what's the word?
He ran into his boy's arms like, huh?
So the bird is the word?
Yeah, you should. No, it's okay.
No,
it's okay.
No, he ran into his boy's arms like he was
Family Guy.
Yes.
You know, that's why. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, he ran into his boy's arms.
Not that.
Yes, no, not no. That part.
That part.
Not that part. Yeah.
We haven't spoke about shit.
Oh, yeah,
no. We've touched on things.
Well, in the last 2 to 3 minutes of things, we've just jibber jabber.
Oh, so okay. Stuck with us to this 2 to 3 minutes. I mean, hopefully you were entertained until we start talking about actual.
We'll speak more.
Anyway, all right. So, don't want to go into just a bunch of more shit. So.
Do it.
Let's see.
That's probably what would happen.
Redman dropped a new song today.
Yes.
Today? Really?
Mm-hmm. He has a new album coming out soon.
Yeah.
But this one is called 1990 Now. And I heard that it's a really good song. I haven't actually heard it myself.
Man still got skills. The last thing I heard him on was Blackout 2.
Yeah, really?
Oh.
It's been a minute.
I haven't heard that album.
Blackout 2 was good. Given that was some time ago.
That came out like 2012?
Maybe not. A little
maybe
bit
before.
Yeah. Damn.
Right.
It's been a minute.
Blackout was like.
But he's still, huh?
Blackout was the 90s, right?
Blackout was, man, my freshman year of high school, like 99.
Yeah, because you're old as fuck.
You old as fuck.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, cheers to Sam's age.
Yeah,
or
for
not,
real. Like,
or not.
I mean,
like reverse cheers.
We can cheers the same thing.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Never.
We're good. We're
Brother,
good.
you will always forever be
I'm
with
good.
me.
I'm
so
good.
I've never done.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying.
Keep the celebration on going, right? There's
Right.
one more. There's one more there. There.
You had to make noise with it. Alright, so Redman album,
My man bitter as fuck right now.
Snoop
like,
Dogg.
oh, so you're just gonna skim over this shit.
I'm definitely skimming. I'm just skimming straight over it. Like, you ever skip the rock?
Damn. That shit was 2 skips.
That was
It's
a
over
two-skipper.
with.
That was a two-skipper. Snoop Dogg is releasing a cookbook.
Ah, yikes.
But
Like, for real, here, Sam.
I think he actually already has cookbooks. This is the first one without marijuana products.
What?
Oh, yeah, right.
You're hanging out with Martha Stewart, man. What the fuck?
Yo,
That's
him and Martha are
that's
like
what it is,
best
though.
fucking friends.
That's what it is,
Dude.
though. He
Somebody's
supplies
over
her
Martha
with the dankest weed. And she's just like, yeah, I'll teach you how to cook.
He's like, okay.
I would
Like, Martha, I've been trying to knit this sweater at the crib, but I don't know how to do this. How you crochet like that?
For weed. Like,
If
everyone gives him shit.
If you're gonna get high with anybody, it might as well be somebody who loves to cook.
Might as well be,
Exactly.
yeah. Oh, word.
Exactly.
I mean, for
And why not some, like, grandma type.
Yeah, Martha Stewart, man.
Right. Right.
She got all the time in
She
the
got
world.
that grandma vibe, like.
Making brownies and shit
Yeah,
while,
man.
setting up your whole kitchen.
And like she's a thug too.
You should buy these pans and, these drapes. Like,
Yo,
this
she's a
place
tried
looks
and-
amazing.
She's a tried and true thug as well.
True.
So
She went to jail and shit.
yeah,
Did the time. Faced
she's
it.
got like fucking jail tats.
She
and shit.
faced that shit hard as hell.
What?
I don't know.
Dude,
How funny would that be if Martha Stewart got a jail
Right,
tag?
Right.
And it was just like.
But like a
it
real
was-
ass one.
No, it would be like the anchor.
Yeah.
The anchor.
Right.
The old school anchor.
But they did it with a hanger and a lighter though.
Yeah, like.
That sounds like
Like
the
some
worst
real
version of a
shit.
tattoo ever.
No, that is jail tattoo though. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Not that I know.
I mean, I'm
I
not
never
trying
been
to.
jail at all.
I'm not trying to be in jail, and I'm also not trying to get a jail
Never
tattoo
mind.
if I do go there.
Never
But like, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
So
All right. So
All right.
cookbook. I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna peep it.
Open the top seller list.
Like, I love cooking food.
Yo, if he's cooking with Martha Stewart,
that's just gotta be dang.
it's gotta be pretty good, right?
Good.
Yeah. Alright.
And I bet you he probably has like, you can make it like this and add weed to it, or you can make it like this and not add
Right.
weed to it.
There's like little,
Because he's Snoop.
like little paperclip guy from Microsoft pops up.
Click here to find out how to add weed products. I can see that.
Don't want to use too much. Click here to get some new tips. Like,
That used to be the shit. That little graphic, like, oh shit, look at him, he popped up. It was
It's
I
like
don't
a
know why.
towel or some shit
Yeah.
instead of the paperclip. Like,
I don't know why, but that reminds me of enhanced CDs back in the day. We used to put the CD in the computer, and it had like an interactive.
oh right.
Remember that shit?
That was wild. That happened for like a year,
That happened for like.
and no one
and
caught on
very
to
much.
that, and like they just stopped.
It was cool for a while. There was like, I forgot what album I bought, but it had like 3 music videos.
Yeah, right.
Ready and inside.
Right.
Yo, technology done it's outdone itself a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some things are just before their time.
It's
I
like
feel
made
bring 'em
itself
back.
look foolish through history. You know, like, damn, you did that? It's like, we're on this right now. We did that?
I think.
That's a funny thought. That's a funny thought.
If you're gonna do the time traveling haters.
Yes. Yes. Oh, man.
No
Like,
lie,
what the
that-
fuck were they on back
I
then?
think that
Still
shit
one of
pops
my
in my head
favorites.
probably once a week
Yeah.
Yo,
at the very
they
least.
shot a slave master in the chest.
He said, "Reach for the sky, honky."
Reach for the sky, honky.
He's like, "Honky
What is
is
honky?"
a racial epithet."
Yeah.
That was the greatest skit. That was his whole thing.
Oh, that shit was so dope.
There's so many good skits. It's hard to choose the best one.
Yo, he started off with a black white supremacist.
Yeah. First episode.
The
Clayton
first
Bixby.
skit,
Clayton Bixby.
the first
First skit.
fucking skit.
So I watched it with my mom because I was like, you know, Half Baked was my shit. I was young. I didn't smoke weed.
Yeah, this was 2000 what, 2?
Yeah, I was, crazy young. But I watched Half Baked a lot and I loved it. I loved Dave Chappelle. Like the whole cast of Dave Chappelle's like my shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's got a show coming out. So like, obviously, I want to watch my parents and whatnot.
Yeah.
Pops was at work though. Mom's just still there though. But I was like, we gotta watch the show. We gotta watch the show. Like it's gonna be amazing. So we turn on and like fucking, like that like intro song. It's,
Yeah.
Hip hop from Dead Prez is bigger than hip.
Yeah.
Like the bass line and shit. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be raw as fuck. Like I can't wait. And my mom was like, okay, yeah, so we're like sitting down and shit, and then Clayton Bixby skit comes on. She's like, what the fuck is this? She's like, David, what are you watching? Like, who is this guy? Like, and I was like, oh, he's a comedian, like it's Dave Chappelle. He's like one of the best ever, She's like, no, you can't watch this shit. Like,
No, it's heavy material though. Like honestly,
Well, so mainly what it was is when they pulled up at the gas station and like, or no, it was they were like driving or whatever, like the three white guys.
he's like, get him!
She was like, I watch this. Like, this is wild. Like,
No, dude. Honestly, the biggest part for me.
She obviously gave in, like afterwards.
Yeah.
We watched,
You see, there's more substance in
Right,
it. It's not all
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was more so that my pops coming home with late digesting and being like, no. Like,
Oh, that our pops would be like,
if
what the
anything,
fuck?
he
Yeah,
needs to
he
watch
wouldn't be down
this.
with that. But I'll tell you what, the funniest part, or to me it was hilarious, at the end of that episode was when, so after he took off his mask and everything, he's like, after however many years he divorced his wife.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, when they asked why, he declared,
Man. She's an outward lover.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Chappelle, man, is fucking out of his mind. But
Crazy.
still one of the best to
He's
ever
all
do.
about that punchline, though.
Oh, yeah.
Cause like that whole
So I
episode
kicked
was
her
a
in the pussy.
punchline. Yeah, right. That whole
He's like, I told
episode.
you I was good at this shit.
That whole episode was the build up to that punchline.
Yeah. Fucking insane.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
Yeah. He's a genius.
It's a crazy mind he has for comedy.
He truly, man. Yeah. I don't know how he did that.
Shout out
There's
to
no
Dave.
one else
Happy
has
birthday
that
to Dave.
Super smart.
Not Eddie Murphy, not Richard. Maybe Richard Pryor for storytelling, but not as Dave Chappelle did.
No.
That was really artistic.
Super.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna draw you in, and then I'm just gonna bust it out with something totally different.
Right now, he's like, I'll tell you the punch
Yeah.
right now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch that shit right now.
For sure. Well, I mean, not right now.
Yeah,
Not
we're kind
right
of in
now.
the middle of something.
You're
You
not right
can't
now,
do that
yeah.
right now, but like, yeah.
We're kind of doing something.
So, shout out to Dave. Happy birthday, Dave Chappelle.
Again.
Shout out.
Again.
Happy birthday.
Let's see. This is just a real quick mention. I don't think I see. I'm gonna skip that right now. Sorry. So Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
It seems like from what I'm
That's a
reading,
cool move.
the Raptors are trying to make moves to make him want to stay, and it seems
Which
like
they should.
Agreed. Like you should do
He's
what
an
you can
asset
to
still.
keep him.
Exactly. He's a great player. He's just not focused.
No, not very. But I feel like it seems like based on what you see in social media and on the news and whatnot, it seems like they are kind of reaching some sort of a decent relationship. You know, he seems open. So I'm hoping that
he should be.
You know, I would like to see Kawhi thrive. So, you know, I hate not what he went through, but what he kind of he developed that whole situation. You know, he created that whole, you know, lack of communication and all of that shit.
Yeah.
Given, you may feel a certain way about how the organization treated you while you were injured, and that's
Don't publicize that.
yeah, you know, you got to keep that shit in the locker room. And he kind of created that whole thing. I hope that he kind of hope that he finds a way to get past that, you know, and overcomes whatever kind of negative connotation has been attached towards him, and then, you know, was able to thrive in Toronto. I would hate to see him leave and then just bounce.
Exactly. No, yeah, that's like the worst thing for him.
Just
You know,
doing
like
so
for him
much better
specifically. Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like he needs a home. Yeah.
Because he was flip. Oh, I want LA. No, I don't want LA. No, I want LA. I want to be the Warriors. I mean the Clippers. Oh, I don't want the. Then he got traded to. So that's the thing. Like, I don't know where his mind's at. I just hope that he realizes he needs to be stable.
I feel like he'd be great in Toronto.
Probably.
That'd be great.
Probably.
I think so.
As I think DeMar is going to do well in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're good systems already that they're just adding another good piece to, and Kawhi should be an asset wherever we go.
If anything, I think DeMar is a good. He's like more of an asset to the Spurs. I feel.
In terms of what Toronto got in Kawhi.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you're replacing.
Franchise player.
He's a good offensive player already.
And I just want to say something else. I feel like Kawhi is just really uncertain, and he's really unpredictable.
There's no telling
Like,
if
you
he'll
don't know
thrive
if he's just
in
gonna
this
be
system.
like, yo, you know, I don't want to play anymore at all, and just like stop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Well, my thought was, you don't know that. Will he thrive?
Neither of them are injury prone. I just feel like it's more of a personality thing.
Well, we don't know that Kawhi's not injury prone right now. He got it, so he could.
No, you're right about that.
You know what I mean? Once you're injured, are you
He's
prone
just
to
fresh
injuries afterwards? Is that like how that works? So
I
then
think
he's,
so.
so he's
It's like
injury
a
prone.
probationary period or something.
So he's injury prone. I will say, I don't know. Do you think he'll thrive in the Toronto system, away from a pop? You know, somebody who provides a structure, but a very comfortable structure.
I think so.
You think so?
He would thrive from that.
His skill's gonna translate. What you're saying, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Do you think that part of the reason he left
good.
is because Tony Parker left?
Yes.
Do you think
Yeah,
that's
and
Ginobili's still
because
there.
that is a big
yeah,
power
but over the last 2 seasons, you lost Tim Duncan and then Tony
Because that
Parker.
would have only benefited that roster, and that would have helped, like Parker out a little bit. I mean, yeah, he's older, you know, but
I gotta think there were some rifts in the organization with him in general.
Yeah,
that
I'm sure.
contributed to
I'm
it,
sure.
but
Well, I think there was
like,
a point they
I
wanted.
feel like he would have been a lifer like Tim Duncan.
yeah.
I
But
would've-
something happened there.
I wish he would have just retired.
Like he went to where?
Charlotte.
Yeah, so like the Bobcats, like
Yeah.
I honestly
That's a
wish
weird
he
move
would have
for
just
him. Yeah.
retired and just said, "Fuck it, I'm done now." What's these 2 years gonna
I
do
mean,
for you, Tony? You don't
his
need the
numbers
money.
gonna be retired in the same. Sure, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Those are
but I
like-
think he should have just retired as a lifer.
I believe so too.
You know.
Tim
I
Duncan, David Robinson. I feel like a lot of Spurs players are lifers.
my
Which is
yeah.
just like a test.
Yeah, once
Says
you're-
a lot.
once you're there, you don't leave.
Organization, you know.
Only the role players leave.
And for Tony
Usually-
Parker, one of their best players to come out of that place,
Yeah.
to just up and go to Charlotte.
I'm assuming they were.
It's weird.
They probably presented him with the idea that they wouldn't mind him coming off the bench now, and not the starting. Which I think maybe that was the case, right? He wasn't. Was he the starting point guard?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so then maybe they were like, listen, Tony, at this point, we think we need to have somebody else start. Maybe he doesn't want that, but he's also going to go there. He's not going to start in Charlotte.
I don't think Pop will want that.
I don't think it. I think Pop wants what's best for the team.
Yeah, but
and the team's mind state is supposed to be that as well, based on how he's established that locker room. It's supposed to be team first mind state.
But they were still a very successful team up until last season.
Oh, when you lose a Tim Duncan and you lose when you lose a lot of Father Time came in and knocked all of them on their ass.
Yeah.
Right, and then Tim Duncan left. So I think that they were only going to be able to sustain for so long.
Yeah, I suppose.
They won fucking 5 championships. Well, Tony Parker had 4, but Tim Duncan won 5 fucking championships.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to set up for the future. It makes sense. So
that's why you have to think about Tim Duncan in a term. When you think about greatest players of all time, Tim Duncan has to be considered. You know, that's a topic for another day.
Especially most dominant for his position.
Yes, fundamentals and for sure.
All right, well, let's segue from that a little bit because we really just went into Tony Parker for the most part after that. So Kobe was asked if he would participate in the Big Three, right?
Well, not asked. The guy, I guess the co-owner of the Big Three, said that he is fairly certain Kobe Bryant is going to be playing in the Big Three next season. I don't know if he's doing that is it a Madonna thing? I'm just throwing some fucking controversial shit out there.
People want to see Kobe play.
Yeah, of course. And Kobe's in impeccable shape right now.
To be honest, I'm not sure if he'll join because there was another interview I just saw. I think they asked me yesterday on his birthday or whatever
about back to the NBA.
About will he play? Will he ever come out of retirement? And he was like, "No, I'm done. I'll never come back."
I'm sure he won't.
Because he said, "I want to show these younger guys that there's more to this."
True.
You know.
That's good.
So that's why he's very easy to reach out to if you're a player right now. You're a young guy who's trying to develop your game.
Right.
He'll come and help you out.
That's why who was he working with? Tatum.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There's also rumors about.
But also, there's competitive nature in you as well.
Well, no, they asked him this because people were like, "Oh, since LeBron is now in LA, would you come out of retirement to play with LeBron?" And I think that's where it really got started. So he might. I guess the Big Three is possible. Like, if you're playing in the Big Three, you're not technically coming out of retirement. You're still just retired playing group league basketball. Like,
the only way I say it happens is if somebody's talking shit and they're like, Kobe ain't gonna come play, and then Kobe's like, okay, I'll come play this 3-on-3 game.
it doesn't matter for him.
Yeah, right. He would not even.
Kobe a fucking wreck shop half court, I think, on some of these dudes.
His
unless his Achilles,
his grandsons are set right now. Like,
Yeah,
there's nothing else to prove. He's good.
The last game he played, he
One of the
scored 60
best.
points.
He's one of the best.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. You know?
Yeah, he is,
He's like
for sure.
top 3, top 5 material. And like, to say top 5, I feel like this is, I don't know, it's kind of a stretch.
Yeah.
He
Maybe you
might
can't
be
argue
top
with the
3.
success. You know.
For me, it's like MJ,
I'll put top
Kobe, and
5.
I'm not sure who else that would top 3. You know.
I'll put top 5. I'm gonna say top 5.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say Tim Duncan, but those are just
The
like
only reason why I wouldn't
later players. You know, I feel like there's just like older players that would.
This conversation is probably
It's
probably
totally-
gonna have an episode dedicated to it.
For sure, I agree. But I just want to say the only reason why he's not top 2 for me is because his efficiency wasn't where it could have been.
Who is this?
Kobe.
Okay.
But Kobe was high
Efficiency?
volume. Kobe was high volume.
Yeah, he was high volume, but he wasn't high efficiency.
Yeah,
If you look at his numbers career-wise, I don't think his numbers are. They're probably in the mid-40s, probably.
Like as far as like a
Which
top
is
2
efficient,
being efficient.
But
Percentage-wise,
he jacked up a lot. Huh?
What is this?
Talk about like field goal percentage.
Oh, okay,
Field goal.
okay.
He's the
number
jack.
of
He
points
jacked
on his
them
number
up.
of attempts are not.
Kobe shot at will. There was no telling Kobe don't shoot.
Oh, so you're talking about attempts not made.
Yeah, his efficiency in regards to shots put up to shots made.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he chalked up a lot. All right, so as we'll get back.
Yeah, I think he actually he has like the I think he leads history in regards to the amount of shots he's put up in terms of game situation.
Yeah, that's not the best thing.
Which is fucked up when you think about Wilt Chamberlain and his amount of shots. He was like the whole team back then. So.
But Wilt was so goddamn tall and he was playing against little white boys.
You said shots.
I'm sorry, that's what it was.
Attempted, right?
Huh?
He said he led the league in shots attempted in history.
Yeah.
So you would think that
I want to look that
Wilt
up.
would put up a lot of shots back then. I mean, he was basically the whole offense and defense.
No,
So-
well, Kobe, but he was known to be like. There's always the Kobe. Those memes. Kobe passed the ball and he's shooting over like the whole.
That's because the people who make those memes have no idea who the hell Will Chamberlain is.
Maybe. This was a while ago though.
Tech savvy children. What it is. All right. But what are you looking up again? Oh, the amount of shots.
Yeah, I'm not finding it.
All right. Well, instead then, why don't you shed a little light on this Paul George on the NBA situation?
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Hit us with it.
I cannot remember what the hell. He had said something. Hold on, it's gonna take me a second to find that. Man, my bad, dude. Like,
as you can see, Sam is not very on top of his.
ill prepared right now. Ill prepared. My bad.
Ill prepared, but that's fine.
It's all good. Go to the next. We'll hit that next, man. We'll hit that next.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess we can sort of go back around to that.
Yeah.
That is the last basketball thing I believe we have on here. So you know what? Let's just do a little fun fact real fast. The animals on the animal cracker box are now officially free.
Yo, that's dope.
They are
For the first time ever.
For the first
Go
time.
animal crackers in a box.
I mean, it's been like
that are no longer in a cage.
It's probably been like 120 years since
I'm
started.
I'm pretty sure about that.
So like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it took you a really long time to let go of those animals, but
Yo, it's been mad long. Like no lie.
I feel like Barnum and Bailey's.
I
Like
was gonna
those
say
cats made those cookies.
they're like Ringling Brothers.
And yeah, right. They're just like, what the fuck?
When I read it, I was pretty happy about that.
Well, now that the circus has been dismantled, the cage has also come loose. You know.
Yeah.
Let them little motherfuckers run free.
That was good. That was good.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's pretty good. They all look happy on the box. Did you see the box? They're all like, look all like, I don't know, what's the word that I'm glorified? They're all
Check yourself.
You voted the right person.
Check yourself. This is host now. We cleared this up earlier this episode. You can keep your glorified.
Let's just take it
whatever,
easy.
host.
Just take it easy.
Never will I ever take it easy. All right. Well, I think I lost
2000 right now.
Lost that pen. Listen, I'm over here in
Start with
2020,
2000.
and you're over here in 2018.
My man's over in 2039 and shit.
No, I'm not trying to go that far in the future. I'll be 30 in 2020. I'm not trying to deal with that.
What?
But you know what, though? You guys are in your 30s now, so that's...
Shut your ass up.
Keep saying shit, though.
Oh, you know I'm gonna?
It's okay.
Because, like, when I hit 30,
It's okay.
you're gonna be too deep in your 30s to
It's
really,
okay.
like, make fun of it.
It's okay.
Alright, well, let's, what are you looking up again?
Yeah, you still looking it up. Huh?
State of the NBA.
You know what?
Alright.
Yeah, it's all
We can't spend all day looking for
No,
this.
it's okay.
So,
I
there's a couple things that I forgot to go over when we were talking about the VMAs today. So, number one, Ja Rule, right? Performed with J-Lo.
Oh, yeah. That was
It
was funny to it was a super blast from the past. Okay, so
I didn't
listen.
see it.
I watched
a little bit of
the
it.
J-Lo's performance was long.
I heard that it was. And people keep saying that the highlight was her shaking her ass.
I disagree.
But I feel like
disagree.
No. She's too old.
So yeah, that brings the question of the day.
Well,
should J-Lo stop shaking her
Question
ass?
of the day.
Should she stop shaking her ass? Generally speaking, no.
As a man, I'm telling you, I don't want you to ever stop shaking your ass if you're a woman and have a nice ass.
Look, generally speaking,
Sorry.
J-Lo should not. But if we're talking about in performances, she should limit the twerk attempts.
Yeah.
Because it does look like an older woman attempting to shake her ass.
Yes.
J-Lo is beautiful. She's sexy. She seems to be like have found a fountain of youth. Whatever the fuck that.
Because
may
she's
be.
what, 50?
She's like 49 or 48 or something like that. But like at the same time, it's like, yo, J-Lo, man, like it looks like you struggle a little bit when you're shaking your ass. Like it's not really a twerk. It's much as a.
You're just kind of just shaking your ass.
And you're also just kind of old as
in like
shit.
the literal
so
yeah, but she's not like freely shaking.
It isn't. Yeah.
It's like stiff with her back.
Right.
Like her lower back looks like it's got a little issue with it.
Right.
You know, don't get me wrong, J-Lo is bad, but like I just don't feel like. Also, she's beyond it a little bit, ain't you? Don't you think?
I don't know.
At this point, J-Lo's like reached. She did. What was that? What did she just get? The Vanguard.
Yeah,
At that point, like.
Was that her who won that?
Yeah, that's why they.
That's
why
the
they
Michael Jackson video, or right?
That's why they do that performance. But like, at this point, don't you think she's kind of reached the point where she don't need to do that?
Right.
Right?
I mean,
like, look what
look
what we see Madonna doing.
see
Basically the equivalent of fucking cone titties.
Right.
Again,
She went
it's very-
on, Madonna basically went on stage and instead of wearing cone titties, did the equivalent in throwing words out there.
Fucking dashiki.
I just have a hard time telling a woman to stop shaking their ass.
I mean, no, I said generally
However that
speaking.
comes off, I apologize.
Generally,
But it's just something I'm always down to watch.
Generally
That's all I'm
speaking,
saying.
if you were with J-Lo, you'd probably be like, yes, continue.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if her performances.
Well, A-Rod was.
I was gonna say
Dude,
it's
A-Rod was
but-
so happy. to
But
see
he's
that.
he's at home like
I'm saying.
keep shaking it, J-Lo. That's fine by me. But no, I'm saying in a performance setting,
Listen,
I don't know that she needs to add
the
that.
problem is.
The performance didn't need it. It didn't
Maybe
add
not.
to it.
Well,
So
so
she is a performer,
Yeah.
and this is how she's always done things.
But I'll say this though, she's a performer and twerking is still a trend, so she obviously went for that.
Agreed, but
So,
this isn't the first time I've seen her attempt it and felt it wasn't
I guess it's the first time I saw it.
necessary.
You know,
I don't think that she needs to do it because of the fact that, like she ran if she's winning the Vanguard, even if I don't find award shows to be prestigious enough for me to give a fuck, right? That means that she has some sort of prestige where she doesn't necessarily need to do those gimmicky things.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean she's not going to because A, she probably enjoys it still. And B,
It didn't
this
look
again-
like she enjoyed it. It
this
looked like her,
again,
It was a struggle,
well, she was
right?
facing the other way the whole time.
right, because her face is probably like,
Maybe they like edited it and put a body double in.
you
They were
know,
like,
that's,
"You're J-Lo
listen,
for this
look, I'm not saying that.
You're there live and shit, like watch this shit happen.
I'm not here to say that she shouldn't shake her ass. Hey,
Like, I got shit to do. Can you stop changing J-Lo?
I do have to say that I'm not here to say she shouldn't be shaking her ass. Like, that's not for me to say. I'm just saying that I feel like she's reached a point in her career with enough prestige where it's not something that is necessary. It didn't add to the performance. It maybe for me kind of took away because for 3 seconds I'm like, fuck again.
I hear
you
you,
know?
but this is just how it is, you know? To me, it's just she's gonna do it.
They
because
gotta
that's
keep
what
up with
she's
that
doing.
trend, and the trend is still twerking.
Yeah,
so.
she's still trying to be relevant.
And
which
she's
she
known
still
for
is.
big booty too. So
She
it's like,
is.
of course she's gonna.
Big booty has always been her calling card.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if she was right here shaking her ass, the last thing I'm trying to do is stop her. So
I'm not trying to
I'm not
comment
trying to stop her.
on anything at that point.
No.
I'm only watching.
Yeah.
No offense.
There aren't
So
any
I'm
words
not
being said
trying-
at all.
No.
So I'm not trying to tell her to stop it when she's on stage. You do you, shake that
You
ass.
go ahead and do.
Watch yourself. Shake that.
Stop. Okay. God damn. All right.
Yo, I don't know if you want to go back. I found that Paul George thing.
Okay, what did Paul George say?
So Paul George basically said no team has won a title where one single guy was a lone star and it was their team.
Right.
It's not that era. Who would we be fooling if we went out alone and tried to go up against the Warriors? The best guy in our league right now couldn't do it.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, I do remember seeing that, actually. That last sentence, Ryan.
That's a big quote.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like,
Tall ass quote.
that's why I remember a few weeks back I was saying that
Shout out to LeBron.
I don't blame Melo because now what's the point? Like, why? Just go someplace where you'll play a little bit and you get a championship,
Yeah, right.
or you have the ability to compete for one.
Yeah.
Right? What's the point? Like, this isn't that league anymore. This isn't prove yourself to the whole league. It's let's team up. Let's make this a little easier on
That's
ourselves.
basically what it is. I mean, if you're not part of a team that has multiple potential Hall of Famers, you're not going anywhere.
Right.
And
You know?
there's literally 5 teams that have that right now.
Yeah.
So-
Which is fucked up.
Yeah.
So why, like he's saying, why fool yourself? Like, why would Paul George leave Oklahoma, where you got Russell Westbrook and some supporting cast, to go to a team where he's the focal point, but he's the only point that is to be made in that team, and he's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. I agree with it 100%. I've been trying to remember that nowadays because it makes sense. Why go against the grain, especially in a league where that is not going to benefit you?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, and ideally you're in the NBA, so there's enough superstars to go around to fill out a couple teams, But realistically, I'm just not trying to see a fucking Warriors Cavaliers, or I should put it this way: Warriors LeBron finals. I'm not trying to see
You
that
don't really
anymore.
know what's gonna happen. I guess.
Yeah, I don't want to see that shit. Hopefully, I don't want.
I mean, the Lakers got a lot
He
of good
flops
pieces.
this season.
Luckily, we won't see him in the finals with them again.
This is true.
True.
There will be no more him and them.
Ever again.
That's
Ever.
very true.
Oh, there was another thing I seen that made me laugh because it's fucking Gilbert Arenas, Agent Zero,
Oh right.
who was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, Gilbert Arenas is fucking funny, man.
Gilbert
So he-
Arenas is a bit of a troll too.
He's super trollish, but like what he did, he said to Nick Young, basically but him still being a free agent. He's like, you went from swaggy champ to jobless swag real quick. Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and Money Green, obviously Draymond. What do you say? He was like, okay, let me go back. They all three of them, they do what?
So this
Oh, it's such a terrible quote because the way you wrote it. Let me go back one more time. He was saying you went from swaggy champ to jobless swag real quick. And then he asked Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and Draymond, does Nick have to buy his own ticket into the arena on ring night?
Damn!
See, it was worth me fumbling mad times, but...
You eventually got it there. That's all that matters.
Damn, that's fucked up.
You know what? Honestly, who cares? If you're Swaggy P, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. What you
Yo,
have to say.
he was in his bag when they won, yo. He was like Hennessy out, fucking just chilling.
Who gives? If you're him, who gives a fuck? You're what, like 24 maybe?
No, he's a little older than that.
Really?
I think he's.
No, I think he's like 24.
I think he's in his
most.
mid-20s for sure.
I'd
Maybe
say
mid
24 is
mid
mid.
mid
I'll say 24, 25.
mid trending to like 26, 27.
Whatever. He's young in the league. He got a ring.
That's true.
What's he mad about right now? Talk all the shit you
Not
want.
a homie.
You know?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right.
But I'm still with Gilbert Arenas talking mad shit because dude is hilarious.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't mind that. Talk shit if you want. That's fine. I don't have any more basketball stuff. We'll jump to sneakers in a minute. First of all, you were saying something earlier today about how you miss the whole music video thing.
Yeah, we were just. What was the video? What was the first one we watched? The Royce with Pusha.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah.
What's the name of that song?
Summer on Lock.
Summer on Lock. And I've heard the song, and it's a decent song, but to see the video actually really did make me like the song a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, to see Jada in the video, to see Pusha in the video, and that shit was really dope. And then even Bob Lobo is pretty cool. But no, I just really miss, like, you knew that every time an artist had a big single, generally speaking, you were going to get 1 or 2 videos coming up from every release.
Right.
And now, yeah, I think they do release videos, but it's not as highly televised or
Which is really weird because we live in like a age that's based on
Digital
videos
as
and
fuck.
digital and all that. Yeah.
I agree with that.
You know, but and maybe I missed something that isn't necessarily gone, but I haven't adapted to the new way you go how you absorb it.
I would say it's weird because music videos back in the day used to be kind of how you figured out new music was out, and like, so you'd have like the title of the track, you have the artist, you have who wrote it, and
then you see what's coming up, like
yeah,
what
so
album.
you have that whole little like paragraph of information.
I do that's the dope shit. Like shit like that, you see it coming up like, oh, what is that off of? And that'll be
Because,
an
like,
album or say single. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Because when you're a real big music fan and you're like, when you were still in the CD era, I'll say this is probably when it was more relevant. You open up that book, we talked about it before, and you're checking out the credits, you see who produced what track, you see who wrote what track, you see, you know, sometimes you have the lyrics involved. That, you kind of had that in a music video, you know?
Yeah.
That was
No,
cool,
well, it was just enough. And maybe we don't need the music video as much anymore because, and stick with me here. Think about it. Now social media is a thing, right? So we have IG, Instagram, we have Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and they're all windows into our favorite artists' world. Mm-hmm. Not only their world, like we can look. I could probably go on Snap right now, find somebody I really fuck with, and see a snap directly from them. One of my favorites is Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is one of the fucking dopest fucking Instagrams. Yo, he got some of the funniest shit he posts. But anyway.
That's all I went yesterday with Back to the Crackers.
Yo. But no, let me get off topic. So with that, now we have that, so we don't need to necessarily go searching other places to find video or images of our artists.
This is true, but like...
So, you know what I'm saying, right? So, like, say, like, place yourself back in 1998, right? What was out in 98? Volume 3? No, Volume 2.
He came out in 96 with Reasonable Doubt, Volume 1, Volume 2.
Volume 2, 98. So, let's say Volume 2 comes out, and you're waiting for what video came out in Volume 2?
Hard Knock Life.
Hard Knock Life, right? Mm-hmm. You know, so you know that that's the single, and you can probably guess that's the next video coming, right? You're like, yo, Hard Knock Life, that's just gonna be hard. I heard they were gonna do it. I can't wait to see what they do. Now, man, you can go on YouTube, or not YouTube, well, even YouTube, but you can go anywhere and see fucking long interviews with your artists of them talking about shit.
I agree.
So you're not like looking for another way to see them.
To me, these songs are also they're all encompassing in the idea of artistic expression, right? So when you put a video to the music, you kind of like have an idea of what was going on in the artist's mind when he was writing it.
Agreed.
Agreed. So you kind of get more. It makes you appreciate the song a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, sometimes it makes you like a song more than you did when you first heard it.
Yeah.
I for sure felt that like 100 times. Like,
and I mean, they don't not have music videos. MTV Jams is still a thing. Like, you can go and look on YouTube and there's music videos, Vivo, whatever. Like, there's all types of places you can find them still. I think they're just back in the day. Bless you. Back in the day, they were still like heavily promoted.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's really what I'm saying. Like, it's not as highly. Like, they don't put much marketing dollars into the videos, it seems.
Well, I used to watch like an hour and a half of MTV or BET to find, just like a whole segment of music videos.
Agreed.
106 and Park.
It's not the same thing anymore.
No. I don't know. Crazy world that we move in with. Music world changes fast.
It does.
It did, but I think at this point, like, think about streaming. Like, where do we go from streaming now? You know?
Yeah.
Like, what is the next step from this thing that is like seemingly the perfect thing for the not music business, but the larger corporations that are benefiting from all of this.
Somebody's gonna.
And that's the real motivation, right? It ain't like anything else but to find the best way to get money to come in without really having to do many things. So they don't have to create physical copies anymore. Yeah. They just fucking upload it, and anybody can upload it after they put it up there for streaming. And it's low overhead.
Somebody along the line is going to think of something. And they're going to be like, oh, well, this is like a great idea. They're going to pitch it, and the new ideas going to come out. Like,
I think the next thing that happens...
Because I could never have predicted streaming.
No, hell no.
From cassettes, I probably would never be able to predict CDs.
We've all streamed, though, like LimeWire and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Download.
But like, when that became a thing, so did you think like...
The definition was different back then.
It was.
Go back a generation before that.
It was.
When you were like messing around with tapes and shit, did you think CDs were going to be a thing? Who could have predicted that,
I guess so.
So then that's the same thing when you move from CDs to MP3s and whatever. And so now, like, something's going to come after this. It's just a natural order of things. Something's going to progress it.
And it's going to be unimaginable. It's going to be something that is close to this, but we don't have to access our phones to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then after that, it's going back to CDs.
I'm always down with CDs.
I don't think so.
I don't know, because
think what's coming back now?
Yes, vinyl 60 years, 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
I get that, but I don't see people buying CDs again.
I didn't see people buying vinyl ever again.
Yeah.
It's just, because things go full circle, it's just a hot take. You know what I mean? But I don't, honestly, probably CDs won't come back. But, again, you can't put it past anything. For tapes may come back with the whack ass.
Say cassettes are already coming back.
Yeah,
I fucking hate cassettes.
And rappers, everybody's on that shit.
Well, it's funny because to me, I feel like
they all have tapes and cassettes.
Every new platform
because that's that shit.
Yeah,
I hate it.
You want the hip hop cassette.
Every new platform that they move to, I feel like you sacrifice a little bit of the quality of the sound. Right? So vinyls, you would argue, probably the best sound quality you're gonna get from the record, right?
In anything.
And then you move to 8 tracks, and then you move to tapes, and then you move to CDs. I still think like if I'm listening to a CD, I get a better, and that's I think probably what prompts that idea is that when I put a CD in my CD player in my car, I get a better sound quality than when I listen through the MP3 through Bluetooth.
Okay.
And I think it's just because it's like direct.
No, there's definitely something to be said about it, and I'd agree with that. I think digitally streaming things, definitely there's something lost in the translation of that.
Yeah.
It's minute, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's insignificant, probably,
Yeah.
you know. But that's kind of where I get thrown off with the whole music video thing, because I would think as, you know, technology has progressed and as, you know, graphic design has progressed, you would think music videos kind of got a little bit more intricate as time went on, and the production value changed, and, you know.
Which is weird because, not really. Think about the Janet Jackson Busta Rhymes video.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a great video.
You know what I mean? Like that shit from like 97.
Yeah.
Some weird fucking long ass time ago. And that shit was like, remember how fucking ahead of its time it felt? Bet you we watch it now, that shit's whack, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
You know?
Interesting to see. Like, I don't know, I have to look at some music videos that were popular back then and now and kind of compare how
That'll be an interesting thing to do. We should look into trying to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai is one of the best videos ever. Just saying.
Virtual
Really
Insanity.
cool. Just
I don't know that I'm bad with names of songs, so
You'll definitely know what it is.
more than likely, yes.
Yeah.
No, but that might be a cool thing to actually spend like a day, like a couple hours watching just older videos. You know, like look for like 90s shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure. Yeah, MTV Jams is good for that because you got old and new
I
stuff.
think one of my favorite videos is Drop from the Far Side. The whole video's in reverse.
Oh yeah, that is a good video.
Yeah.
That is a good video.
Yeah.
Man.
Or Things Fall Apart. Excuse me, You Got Me by The Roots, which is from Things Fall Apart. But the whole video, it showcases Black Thought, who's the main MC from The Roots, but he's walking around and everyone around him is dead. But at the end of the video, after like the girl part in the song speaks her piece, he wakes up in the video, or rather the video turns and like goes to white, and then it switches to him being dead. Everyone else is alive, scrambling to help him because he's dead.
Wow.
So it's like this big flip.
Crazy ass fucking video.
Yeah. That was amazing though. Yeah, that was a great video.
I'd really have to think about that to really think about what my favorite videos are from back then.
California Love.
California Love is dope.
The other day.
Like when that shit hit, that was huge.
Oh yeah.
Chris Tucker was in that shit. Like, man.
There were some really dope videos back in the day.
Oh
Yeah.
Some Rough Rider joints.
The other day somebody posted a video to Twitter and it was the whole Tip Drill video. I was just like,
wow.
that was a good video.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, just can't be mad about that.
No, you cannot be mad about that.
So, yeah. Yeah, so we should definitely do some kind of like turn on MTV Jams, look at some retro videos.
No,
some new videos,
that's something we should think
compare
about
and
for sure.
contrast.
Agreed.
I mean, the quality of video in general has changed since then. So
Yeah, but it'd be funny to definitely do. Maybe we could do that like live.
yeah,
That could be a cool live video. So
true.
maybe look out for that, guys.
Maybe look out for that.
Maybe.
Obviously, shout out to Glenn.
I was just about to say that. Shout out to Glenn.
Obviously, shout out to Glenn.
Opposite shout out to Glenn.
I mean, hold on.
Every time we say opposite shout out, we dapping up. He's gonna hate us for the rest of
I
his
swear to
life.
God, though.
I just felt like that was a good place to put
Hey,
that.
fuck these guys.
So yeah.
Rape him in, put him in with the murderers and the right.
He lied. All right. So one thing before we jump into the whole sneaker world, I just want to say a quick shout out to Joe Budden and his group of podcasters.
Yes.
Y'all are making big moves.
Yeah.
He's got a deal with Spotify. So if you're a Joe Budden podcast listener, right now it's one day a week. Catch them on Wednesdays, and I think
They're gonna be 2 days now.
Now they're gonna be Tuesday. They're gonna be 2 days.
It'll be Tuesdays.
It'll be Tuesdays. 2 a days.
2 a days.
Not 2 a days.
But 2 times a week is crazy.
But just, I mean, they set a crazy precedent for podcasts.
This is like,
and like
he is paving the way, yo.
Yeah.
For like podcasts to become, it's a thing, but to become a mainstream and like very highly regarded, like because it's now gonna become, it's like an avenue of media that is like taking over.
Yeah.
Because now podcasts, you can listen, just like talk radio, you can listen to podcasts while you're driving, while you're working out.
Well, that's the thing is podcasts have been around for a good minute now.
Yeah.
Like, since like what, third generation iPod came out maybe?
Yeah.
So just the fact that he's the first podcaster who's actually like changing it into a monetary game for him, you know, like they're sustaining their Rory quit his job, you know. So thank you, Rory.
They must have some nice contracts.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Spotify has a lot of
money.
Yeah, well, a lot of money, a lot of faith in him, a lot of stake in his.
No, most definitely.
Show.
He's one of my. He's top. Joe Budden's one of my top 5 of all time. So
yeah,
highly regarded, man. So much love to them.
Shout out to y'all. You know, it's definitely cool to see that happen. So I still would like your punk ass to just start rapping again, but that ain't never gonna happen.
It is what it is.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen.
No, I think he's done.
Somebody asked him,
he sees this other, just like Kobe says, he's trying to show him that there's other things to this shit.
Well, somebody asked him on Twitter, they're like, so we're never gonna see another album from you, huh? And he's like, ... No.
Especially not now.
Yeah.
For what?
Right.
He's dealing with Revolt and Spotify.
He's probably making more money now than he did as a rapper.
Dude, Joe Budden's pulling this in paper probably right now.
Yeah.
And now,
Well,
now Rory and
Revolt
Maul
is
are doing the same thing, even though Maul
ain't gotta worry.
Yeah. Anyway, not that we know, but we can see.
We don't know, but we know.
I base it on my relationship with you, right? I'm like, if you
know,
were Kareem,
Yeah.
if you were Kareem, I'm not doing shit the rest of my life.
No, but you're gonna do a lot of shit for me.
We can shoot a podcast.
Adam, yo, I need cheesecake. No. Like, Mom,
We can shoot a podcast together. That's pretty much all you're gonna get me to do.
Just want some
I'm riding your coattails.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna take some meatloaf. Yeah, I feel good.
fucking right. I love meatloaf.
Meatloaf is delicious. All right. So that end of the Spotify thing is a good way to segue into our little shoe world because Kanye is our first topic, at least for. There's not very much that goes into this shoe segment. You already know this, but Kanye is going to be releasing more Yeezy Boosts
And slippers, right?
I don't know what else.
Or slides.
I figure all of his products are called the Boost.
Yo, did you see those slides? They added like 3 inches.
They
How
did.
tall is Kanye? Real small?
Probably. He has to be.
Fucking weird.
My man said he has to be.
He has to be because he added 3-inch heels.
Like out of a whole thing, that's the only thing I took from that picture. Those motherfuckers
Yeah,
were like,
right.
they were like stilts.
Yeah. Well, he said that ever since he started making shoes, which I'm not sure if he's actually very actively part of the design team. He probably is, I guess. But he said ever since he started designing shoes and selling them, he wanted to have it like opposite of Jordan, where pretty much as many people as possible can own a pair. But
Well, shit, Kanye.
let me tell you this.
I'll send you my address,
The
motherfucker.
problem is
Like, I'll take a pair.
right. That's the only way to work. Because the problem is now we live in this game with sneakers that you have to compete against bots.
Yeah.
And there's no way.
No. Regardless of what his intention is, there are people out there who are like, nah, that just means more pair for me, bruh.
Yeah.
Right.
But that does take away from the resale because, you know, supply, demand, whatever. It does take away from the resale value, and it does take away then for people's, any kind of a reason for them to go ahead and buy multiple pairs. If you're only making a couple of dollars off of a pair or two,
I
there's no
hear
reason.
you, but the problem is that the resale game is still going to go on. And as we talked about last week, there's all kinds of fakes going on. I heard a story the other day about somebody who makes $100,000 a month.
Yo.
$100,000 a month selling fakes? Fuck
What
you,
do you
man.
What do you think my next Google question was? How do you make fakes, bitch? I'm trying to fuck.
Where do I find the guy?
Bitch in search. How do I make shoes, bitch?
Bitch.
Why do you gotta be
You
so?
seen that one video?
You didn't used to be this violent.
After the whole Omarosa thing happened with Trump, there was a little video with two newscasters, and the black lady's asking the white lady something, and she's like really subtly slipped in a bitch.
Angela Wright.
I saw that. She's like, well, let me tell you, bitch, what you did. I was like,
Yep. Angela Wright don't give a fuck.
that was one of those things where you like,
If you guys don't follow her on Instagram, you can
oh,
follow
I'm about to follow her. Yo, that was one of those things where you were like, if you had it on your phone, you were like, and let me tell you something, bitch. You were like,
Like, you wait for it to reload and put it
you
in.
were like, who else
Yeah.
is here? You're like, hold on.
What's that one dude?
She said, bitch. She called her a bitch. And then I was like, okay. The third time I watched it, I watched the other girls. Because I was like, okay, I just want to see what she's saying. And then after I realized she did say bitch, right? I went over to the two other chicks, and there was no reaction. I think they were like in the ear, like, don't say nothing, don't say nothing, don't say nothing, don't. Bitch, what the fuck you say? No, that could have been a fucking hilarious situation.
What's that one dude? He does.
She dropped bitch.
He does those videos where like some random shit will happen, and he'll just be on the side panel, just like reacting to it with his face when he hears it. Like,
oh, that dude's funny.
Yeah,
that dude's funny.
That's pretty much how I felt at that point. I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I almost had to get up. Like, wait a minute, she didn't say that shit. You know, put my phone on the charger. Like, come back at 100%. Like, nah, it was just my phone was dying. She didn't say bitch. Go back.
False.
Some antennas got crossed and some shit happened.
Crazy.
But yeah, we're not talking about that right now.
What?
Segue after motherfucking segue.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about sneakers. And then, well, I don't know, 100%.
Yeezys, Boost.
We were talking about that.
Oh, about being able to have them all at. That's my dream.
And we're talking about these fake ass resellers.
Oh yeah, now I would like to make $100,000 a month doing fucking.
Sorry, we get sidetracked at times, and you might be able to tell.
I'm pretty sure they know by episode
If you
8.
don't know by episode 8, you just started watching on episode 8.
If you don't know, now you know.
Oh, and you know what? On that same path, shout out to y'all 42 subscribers. You know,
Sure. Thank you.
because I just feel like that should be said, even like as much as I say opposite. Shout out to Glenn.
Right.
I would cheers you, but I don't have any beer in there.
Our
So
50th
opposite shout out to that.
Our 50th subscriber, Sam's gonna pay 10,000 cash. So
What?
look out for that.
Monopoly.
It's just straight
I
up
don't even
Monopoly.
think I don't even think I got 10,000 Monopoly cash.
You're aiming too low. Listen, what you should have told them was, at 1 million subscribers, Sam will shoot you 10,000 cash. Because honestly, we could probably do it at that point.
I don't know about that.
Maybe, you never know. Anyways, when we hit our 1 million subscriber, Osama's gonna hit you with that 10,000 cash.
He's got you on that though.
If we hit 1 million subscribers,
Quote him. Quote him.
you might get 10,000 Monopoly cash.
Listen, we get 1 million
I'll
subscribers.
buy. You know what? You know
we
I
get
said,
1 million subscribers. He's paying you up.
look, I don't
He's
got
breaking you
I don't
up.
got 10,000 Monopoly cash, right? But if we hit 1 million, I'll buy a couple sets of Monopoly to get 10,000 Monopoly cash.
We didn't say American currency. We just said cash.
Listen, there's got to be $2,500 in the Monopoly set, right?
Think about it though. So
There's got to be 20 of those.
how many 500 bills are there?
I don't know.
If they're not 20, then you can make up for the difference with the hundreds.
Like I said,
That's what
I'm
You just need one set.
Even if I need to
so.
buy a second set, I won't trip at 1 million subscribers. Yo, I'll buy another set.
It's like
$15.
hotels and shit. You gotta pay for that.
Because I've easily won games with like 15,000.
Oh, most definitely.
Yo, we had some epic games back
Yo.
then.
That's some shit.
Yo, epic games.
Remember when we had the crib and we had like that balcony up top on the outside?
Yeah.
It was like all open.
I remember that shit.
Was it like a cream colored
Yeah.
balcony? Yeah. Used to jump those fences constantly.
Truth.
Play the cops and robbers.
Oh man, I love that.
Growing up,
so
Kasson.
much.
Gotta be another segment.
But alright, so you want to tell us a little bit about your sneaker of the day today?
Well, these I've worn, I think, already. I just didn't feel like.
How you not checking the video? You know, make sure.
Well,
you
no,
know
I'm
where
pretty
she-
sure I wore these already, first or second episode.
Well,
I just didn't feel.
but
I just didn't.
The idea here is to showcase what you got.
I just felt like wearing these today.
I know you got more than 8.
Oh, well, you'll see them later.
It's not acceptable.
Next, we'll resume next week.
Hold up.
I don't know what that was, but anyway, well,
It definitely stopped.
no, I'll show some more next. I'll show some more next week. We'll see. I felt like wearing these again.
This whole thing. It's 2 hours. It's not acceptable to just not wear shoes.
That's true.
To just.
I don't wear shoes.
Never mind. You know what? You'll never get it. The idea here is.
I
that
get the idea.
We have a segment at the end where we talk about the sneakers we have and who
Okay.
wore the
Well,
best
next
ones.
week, next week,
You kinda ruined the
next
whole
week I'll
flow
wear
of
2
that
different
right
shoes.
Yeah, I was gonna do that this week because I have 5 pairs of these. Anyways, whatever. These are Chicago Bulls version of the Nike More Air Up Tempo.
Yep.
Red, black, white. I like them. David doesn't like them that much.
I don't. No, I think they're chunky and I don't like the air.
They are pretty big, but you know what? I don't care. They're comfortable as fuck.
I'm sure.
No
To
doubt.
each his own.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, now that you have like full length pants on, I can't tell. Honestly, it doesn't really have anything to do with that. I just have no idea what shoes you have on and if you've worn them before. So.
Alright, I have. These are the olive gum sole.
Oh yeah, those are the joints I still do like.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like for the most part you can catch me in a different pair of shoes every week. I'm not sure.
Next week you'll get some new shoes.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna hit. I think I'm gonna hit
shit, but it's okay.
I think I'm gonna hit Foot Locker in the morning. Actually, man.
Hit Foot Locker in the morning.
Yeah, there's a pair of shoes I've been wanting to check
You
out.
should have did that this morning. No,
I was at work.
For real, you got the same,
No, I feel like
same old ass busted ass shoes on.
No, I think there's a pair of Air Maxes I want to go check out,
Straight
but I want to
messy.
put them on foot first.
Air Max what?
verbal diarrhea.
95s.
Just messy.
Pair of 95s.
95s. I can't get down to 95 that much, man.
Yeah, they're all comfortable as shit though.
They're just. I never really understood the craze of those shoes.
It's alright. You were young back then. You were what, like 95? You were 6 years old. I remember like being in school and seeing motherfuckers rocking these things. You know, I remember there was a pair
Jordans
of.
were still a thing, you know.
But
Yeah,
Jordans,
that's what it was
we're not
like.
talking Jordans though. We're talking Air Max.
True.
I know, but that's what I'm just saying. I never was a. Plus, like I had.
Well, I'm
A1
just
shoes
saying
back
you
in
weren't.
the day, you know.
You were young enough to where it was probably you don't really have the ability at that specific time
The nostalgia
to
not there
look
for
back. Yeah, for me, like I said, dude, I remember there was a dude next to me, in like 7th grade with a pair of Air Maxes that I can't even remember, but like Terrence was his first name. I remember his last name, but I'm not gonna put it out on there. But he was sitting right next to me, man. He came in. They were like the joints with like the fire effect. Whatever it was, but like, man, I remember those till this day. So certain shit like that resonates, and I'm like, yo, I want a pair of those. I want a pair of these. Just because I remember wanting them then, couldn't get them then. Pops wasn't going. I mean, I wouldn't have gone either. Shit, it's true. Not lying. I used to tear shit apart.
Oh no, I used to be mad at his ass. Like, I seen him buy a pair of $200 shoes, and he wouldn't buy me like a $60 pair of shoes. I'm like, yo, come on, man.
Were those soccer shoes?
But I get it.
Those are soccer shoes?
Those old, they weren't the Monarchs.
Oh,
They might have been the Monarchs.
Air Monarchs.
I don't know if they ran that. There was
That's
some
that
Monarchs
Spice
are that
Adams.
expensive
There was
back
That's
then.
that Spice Adams special right there, yo. For real though.
Those fucking
Shout out to Spice. You are hilarious, man.
Yeah,
Spice is funny,
You're
man.
so funny, man.
There's some other pair. I don't remember exactly.
No. But
But
long story short, next week I have something different. So
Alright. Well, you better
Fuck
shorten
you,
up that long
motherfucker.
story. I'm sure we can have an ass.
Also, really quick mention. I just want to make it real quick. Like this is, kind of off topic a little bit, but opposite of shout out to Glenn. Real quick though.
opposite of shout out to Glenn.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Opposite. Shout out.
That's it. Shout out.
We'll take shots at Glenn.
Alright, man.
Alright, well, I know we talked about a whole lot of nothing today.
A lot of nothing.
For this, I don't apologize. But
It was fun. It was fun. It was
I want to make sure to reiterate. Opposite shout out to Glenn. So,
Yeah. But no,
with
tell
those
them,
words.
let them know. Subscribe on IG at Kiona and Kasson Podcast. You can check us out. Mine is O_Kawash. I'm gonna change that to be specific to the podcast, but you can check us out. But actually, all the links should be in the bio of the podcast IG. So fuck all that.
This
I'm not
is true.
plugging all it.
So
Just
everything
go check
you
us
can
out.
do on IG, just follow all of those.
Good.
Yes, just go
Follow
check
us
us
on
out.
Twitter.
Yep.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Comment to us on YouTube.
Share it
Yeah.
with your friends.
Give us any feedback.
Share your friends and tell your friends to share and tell their friends to
Comment.
share and then tell their friends to share.
Yeah,
We're just trying to get it to everybody.
Yeah, essentially.
Basically.
Everybody needs to know about this.
Yeah, Showtime reached out to us, but they got to Samero before us, So we were like, I don't know if I want to take that much, and they took it.
In
so
case Showtime is listening,
it's okay.
we know you didn't really do that. We don't want to lawsuit. But one day, if you do want to, shout us a holler done.
That's also cool.
And
Yeah.
I mean, you other sponsors, keep yourselves in
We
mind
accept
because you see the little swoosh logo on these shoes. If you don't mind, just hitting us up.
Yeah,
Spice,
no
if you
doubt.
want to talk to Nike about getting us some Air Monarchs,
Right.
no.
I get them from, actually, I was at Nordstrom Rack earlier today and I seen 7 pairs of Monarchs. We can get pairs for the whole block.
Oh, there's also this woman that does custom made Monarchs. And she's
What the fuck?
She's killing that shit.
But
I
why?
swear to God, though, that shit looks crazy, though.
But why?
Oh,
Man. Anyway, on that note, man, let's salute.
Yeah, let's cut this
sign
shit out
man.
and get back
Yes.
done with this shit because we're not tired of y'all. We can keep going, but we're not gonna do that.
We're not
because
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck
Anyway, peace
so
out.
y'all have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by and hanging with us. My
Thank
brother
you.
Osama, my boy Dave, Adam. Good night, y'all.
Later.
Night.